One kind of a typical Wednesday. Start off from the injury front. Jakob Johnson's practiced all week, and so he will play, and we're excited to have him back. Evan Berry has been practicing. We would list him right now as probably questionable for the game. Justin Martin will be at practice today, so we're excited to see what he can do for us as well. And then Cheyenne LaBruza will be out for the remainder of the season as he will undergo surgery next week. So I'll answer any questions y'all may have.
Jimmy and Mike.
Butch, would you talk about the improvements you've seen in Alabama out of Jalen Hurts and Damian Harris?
Yeah, the thing with Jalen is he can beat you in every aspect. I think he's really improved his throw game. He's very comfortable in the pocket. He does a good job with the RPOs and pushing the ball down the field. But he can make big splash plays when the pocket collapses. And all of a sudden, as a defense, you have to transition from being in coverage, taking your zone drops or your man coverage techniques, and then turn into basically tackling a running back in the open field. And so that's, I think, what makes him doubly challenging is he's a very, very good quarterback that can make all the throws, but when he runs the football, from his strength and athleticism, the ability to make the first defender miss, to his speed, he turns into a running back. So again, a great, great challenge defensively in terms of contain, leveraging the football, all that goes into it. And Damian Harris, continues to get better and better and better. And they're very deep at the running back position. The thing that probably is as impressive as I think he's averaging over 9 yards per rushing attempt is his play on special teams. They start 3 running backs on their punt return team. And they're the top 3 running backs. So again, not only the value that they bring to their offense, but the value that they bring to their team on special teams as well.
Mike.
Coach, can you update us on the status of Darrell Taylor and DeAndre Johnson? Will he play?
Yeah. DeAndre Johnson's another individual who's questionable, so we'll see where he's at in practice today. Darrell Taylor will remain suspended indefinitely at this point in time. He is doing the necessary steps and taking great progress, making great progress in those areas, but he'll still remain suspended for this game.
Danny then played.
Coach, you talked about LaBruza missing the rest of the season. I know he was moved from corner to create some depth at safety. What do you do now at that spot? Is it just Evan? Is it that simple?
Well, as soon as we can get Evan back, and like I said, he also worked at the safety position yesterday, so it was great to have him back on the field. But again, we have to be patient as well that we don't give him too much from that standpoint. Theo Jackson's an individual who continues to gain valuable repetitions, and then it's moving some other people around, whether it's Rashawn Golden or what have you. So again, that's a position that we're very limited from a depth standpoint.
Blake.
With LaBruza, what was his injury, and then also is Marquez Callaway okay? It looked like he was a little bit shaken up yesterday.
Marquez is fine. Again, just one of those things, he landed on the football, so he's fine. And then Cheyenne will be a knee.
Boomer.
Butch, on Monday you made mention of the pre-snap penalties, too many against South Carolina. Before it's time to execute, you only get one shot at that. How does the communication need to improve to prevent that?
Well, it talks with focus and discipline on the small details and being locked in, whether it's the quarterback at the line of scrimmage and letting them know what cadence we're on, but also just the overall discipline. And again, we stress it every day in practice. Our players understand it. And it's just that focus. It's the attention to detail. It's those small things that we talk about that lead to playing winning football or losing football games. And it's being locked in and being focused, and you have to continue to demand it in everything that you do in practice, in individual drills. And there's no magic formula for it. It just comes down to discipline, the ability to execute, and the ability to focus and communicate effectively.
Jimmy.
Which, in regard to Garantano, based on his play against South Carolina, what were maybe one or two of the things where you would evaluate and say he played well enough, that's winning football.
Well, I thought particularly in the first quarter, he was able to give us some yards, whether it was a play action pass or a drop back pass on 1st and 10, and being able to make something out of it and keep us on schedule and make it 2nd and 6, 2nd and 8 as opposed to 2nd and 15. He was able to get us, a couple third downs with his legs. I thought his energy and the way he approached his leadership, the quarterback, characteristics that we talk about all the time, the intangibles. So those are things to build upon. I thought, the command of the throw game early. But also there's some things that he'd be the first to tell you that, at the end of the game situations, we got to continue to improve on with our decision-making process and our reads. And those are all going through growing pains of playing, a young quarterback. But there is a lot of things to build upon in that game.
Next. Mike.
You have a lot of questions today.
I guess so. Yes, this is my second one. What's happened with Tyler Bird? He was a guy that flashed a lot his freshman year and hasn't really gotten that involved this year. Is he got an injury or what's the issue?
No, I think Tyler just, consistency and performance, and him and I talk all the time, and, it's being able to do it on a consistent basis on the practice field, and he's come out this week and he's worked very hard. And again, it's just, going through, that stage of his career right now and stage of, just the small details. And, he's working very hard. He's working to correct some of those. And we need Tyler Bird. We need Tyler Bird to step up and make some plays for us. And he has played in some meaningful games for us last year. And the one thing he can't, that's invaluable is experience. So he's working very hard.
David, Jesse, Ryan. David.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's any update on Juwan Jennings and the possibility of maybe getting him back later this season.
I don't see Juwan Jennings being back this season, no.
Jesse.
Carla Phil's what's his status
Right now, questionable as well, so we'll know a little bit more in practice today.
Ryan.
Coach, have you made any decision yet on what you'll do in the offensive line this week? You guys plan to shake things up there at all?
No, we'll still continue. Today's another big practice day for us, so we'll continue to evaluate. And again, that's a position that's, challenged by depth. So we'll continue to move individuals around just because of necessity and need. But again, we have another couple days of full practice and we'll continue to evaluate.
Austin.
But you talk about the offensive line. How far has Ryan Johnson come in this program to the point where you feel like he's one of those guys that could be pushing and eventually crack the lineup?
Yeah, Ryan works very hard every day. The one thing you know about him is he's very consistent. He's going to come to work every single day, and it's important to him. And he continues to get better and better and better. And so, again, we've been very encouraged by what we see out of him in practice.
Any more questions? All right, thank you.
Y'all have a great day.